Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. It is Sunday morning. It's been a while since I've filmed from my closet, but I'm getting ready for church. I just thought I would start my video here while I'm getting ready. Today is just going to be a vlog style video. I'm going to be sharing my meals and my activity, and my cat is clawing my leg. I'm feeling pretty fancy this morning. I have to show you this adorable, in my opinion, some might think it's not, but it is a cute Walmart dress. So up here, we don't have a lot of stores, and I got to get what I can get unless I go online. And they do have these online, by the way. I saw this the other day. I almost got the pink. It's kind of like this color of a pink. It's really pretty. And I decided to get the black, but I should have got both. It is above the knee length dress, so I have leggings on underneath because that's just how I roll. All right, so let me show you. All right, ladies, I'm going to tell you to run to Walmart to get this before it sells out. I also have a link. I'm going to link it down below, and you can go and shop and buy it right online, get it delivered right to your house. It goes from like a small all the way up to a 4X. Perfect for this time of year. It's got sheer sleeves. It's got the ruffles. It's very feminine looking. It's got a tie belt. I normally wear a size medium, but I bought a large because I just wanted it to fit kind of loosely since it is a tie waist. So it's up to you whether you want to size up or not. I could have gotten away with a medium, but I decided to get the large, and I'm glad I did because I don't know how it's going to do when I wash it. So look at it. It's so cute. I paired it with some purple leggings that I had. I thought black leggings would have been just too much with all the black. And then I got some black flats on that I got from Amazon. I seriously love it. It's very pretty. All right, I'll check in with you all in a little bit. Back from church, and I'm out for my walk. And Miss Sapphira didn't want to go with me again. I don't know what's up with her. She thinks that we're going to go for car rides, and she gets excited, and she comes out. And then when she sees that I'm actually going for a walk, she just stands there and looks at me like I'm a crazy person. And so I just put her back in the house. We had a good service today at church. And then after church, we went to go eat at a little diner in Tawas, Michigan called Downtown Diner. It's a new diner. It used to be called the Lazy Toaster, which we like to go and eat there too. But they have new owners and a different menu. So we went there and had some breakfast. I ended up having a Western omelet, which had ham, cheese, green peppers and onions in it, and I also had a bowl of cottage cheese. Normally I'll get tomato slices instead of toast and potatoes, but I saw that they had cottage cheese on their menu, so I asked her if I could get cottage cheese on the side instead of toast and potatoes, and that's what I got. And these omelets at these restaurants, I know they make them on griddles. They're like paper thin. They're not like Ed omelets, but we do like to go out. So it was a great omelet, and the cottage cheese really helped to give me some extra protein and help me feel a little fuller because, yeah, if I would have just had that omelet, I don't know, I probably would have came home and eaten. So I'm wearing my hunter orange out here right now, my blaze orange, because today is a hunting day here in northern Michigan, and you know, you got to be safe. So that's why I'm wearing this. It's not a fashion statement. Believe me, it's for safety. Ed did tell me that he wants me to start wearing an orange vest that he has, but he hasn't pulled it out for me yet. So he wants me to wear the hat and the vest. You got to just take safety precautions when there's a lot of hunters out here. So it's been raining all day today. We had a thunderstorm this morning that woke us up. And now the sun is starting to come out. I'm going to turn around here, and you can see the pretty fall colors. Sun's starting to come out and dry everything up, but so are the bugs. They're coming out too. So you see me doing this, that's what I'm doing. I'm getting the bugs away from my face. But I'm in the mood for soup. All the leaves changing, the coolness in the air just makes me want to have some soup. So I'm going to be making chicken tortilla soup for dinner. So this recipe, I've made it for many years. It wasn't my recipe to begin with. I used to do hair. One of my clients years ago brought me in a newspaper that had this recipe in it. And she said, you got to try this soup. It's really good. So I've been making this recipe for years. And then once I started eating low carb, I modified it, which meant taking out the black beans and the corn. And that made it more lower carb friendly. Everything else, I think, pretty much stayed the same. All of the other ingredients were okay on a low carb diet. Now today, if I have some frozen corn, I may throw like a half a cup of frozen corn kernels in there. I've been eating corn a little bit this summer, and it really has not affected me at all. It hasn't affected my weight loss. It hasn't given me any kind of issues. So I may throw some in if I have it. I won't be doing beans though. So when I get back to the house after my walk today, I am gonna make some chicken tortilla soup. I like to make it early in the day and let it sit on the stove top and just simmer. And the tomatoes and everything starts to really like reduce and get thick. And it turns out to be really good when you let it simmer for a while. You can eat it right after you make it. Pretty much let it simmer for like maybe a half an hour. I just like letting it simmer on the stove, and it's just better. So that's what I'm gonna be doing today, and I'm gonna be showing you how to make it. It's delicious, I promise. To mention that my hubby is on his way out to the woods right now to do some hunting, just in case anybody's wondering. We went to church this morning. He went with me, and he is doing an evening hunt, which means he's going out right now. It's about 1 o'clock, and he's gonna get settled into his little spot, and he's gonna sit there until dark. And that's usually when the activity starts, is right before dark. So they get in there early so that everything can kind of quiet down. They sneak in. I just wanted to update those who may be interested in what he's doing. So now I'm gonna throw this soup together. It is so easy, you all. You're not gonna believe it, how easy this is. So when I came back from my walk, I had a pack of chicken tenders in the refrigerator that was uncooked. It was just under 2 pounds of chicken tenderloin. So I just put salt and pepper on these, put them in my air fryer, put them on the grill setting, and cooked them for about 14 minutes until they were done. And I am going to just break these up into little pieces, bite-sized pieces, and throw them into my soup. Something else that works great for this is rotisserie chicken. If you want to buy a rotisserie chicken and shred it up and put it in here. But I didn't have any, so I thought, you know, I'm just gonna bake those tenderloins and use those. Well, I'm gonna start out with some olive oil. You can use butter, you can use bacon grease. Cooking up some onion. Now I'm gonna put the full recipe for this down below, so you can click on it and you can go get all of the measurements in that. But I'm just gonna show you the method of making this. I have red onions in here because that's just what I had in the refrigerator. You can use sweet onions, white onions, whatever kind of onions you wanna use, and just get those going in that oil. I have some garlic cloves in here. There's actually 4 garlic cloves in here. My recipe calls for 2, but these garlic cloves were pretty small. So I have this little chopper here. I'm just gonna mince them up real quick. So those are good to go. I'm gonna wait for a couple of minutes till this gets going. If I put these in here right now, the garlic's gonna burn. While that is going, I'm gonna tear up these little chicken tenderloins and get them all ready to throw in. Those go in last, but I can just kill some time here. I am now gonna throw in my garlic. All right, I'm just gonna let that saute for about a minute, and then I'm gonna put my spices in here. I'm gonna put some oregano in here. Some chili powder. Put some dried cilantro in here, but honestly, it's best with fresh cilantro. You throw it in right at the very end when you are getting ready to serve it. It's so good. But since I don't have any fresh, I have some dried cilantro here, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it in now so it can start to hydrate. Give this a good mix. Now I'm gonna add 2 cups of chicken broth, which is about half of this jar. And once you add the chicken broth, you can kind of go around the bottom and scrape it and get all those little flavor crystals off of there. And it'll start to float around in the broth. Now I'm gonna add 1 quart of my tomatoes that I canned recently. I have a video where I can these, and now it's time to start using them. Also, I'm gonna put in about a half a teaspoon of salt. I'm just gonna measure that in my hand. All right, I'm gonna give this a stir. Now the recipe calls for green chilies that are chopped in a little can, but I don't have any. So I have some Rotel tomatoes with green chilies in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in there so I can get the chili flavor in there, and it'll just be adding a little bit more tomato, and that's fine. Sometimes when you are cooking from home, you don't have certain things, you just have to make it work. I would prefer to have the canned chilies because you get more, but I'll still be getting that chili flavor in there. Now I'm gonna throw in some corn. I found some corn. All right, you don't have to put that in. I just am putting it in there, okay? So it's just preference. And then I'm going to add all my chicken. And I'm just gonna give that a good stir. And I am going to let this come to a little bit of a boil, and then I'm going to turn it down on simmer. I'm going to simmer it for about 2 hours. It's 3:30 now, and we'll probably eat around 5:30, or I will anyways. I don't know if Ed's gonna be back from hunting by then, but I plan on eating around 5:30. Like I said, this is a very easy soup to make. The hardest part, the most time consuming, is assembling all your ingredients together. Once you get everything together, you just throw it all together in the pot and you just let it simmer until it's done. Soup is simmering on the stove. I got my little fireplace going over there, and I'm getting ready to have some decaf coffee. What I have in here is some decaf Nespresso coffee. I'm using Malazio decaf. I also put some of this Chobani coffee creamer. This is the sweet cream. This is delicious. I showed you all the salted caramel a couple weeks ago. This is really good too. This is sweetened with allulose, and you have to make sure you get the 0 sugar. There are some, the same brand, that has real sugar in it. So you just wanna make sure you check that out. Then I also have a scoop of this Further Foods Collagen Peptides Pumpkin Spice. This is so good. I've had a couple of people tell me that they ordered it and they love it. So I'm gonna go sit down over here and enjoy my fireplace, sip on my coffee while my soup is simmering on the stove. Perfect fall day. All right, it is dinner time for me anyways. Ed's still out in the woods. I'm gonna have a nice bowl of this soup. It smells delicious. I love when something is cooking on the stove all day long. Just smells up the house. I can smell the garlic, the onions, the tomatoes. It smells really good. So I top this with some sharp cheddar cheese, and I have some Carnivore Crisp, little chicken breast crisps. They're gonna be great to serve alongside of this soup. I just throw a few of them on top, give it a little bit of crunch. I love this soup. I may even come back for a second bowl and eat my dinner, and then I'm gonna take my evening walk, and that's gonna be it for me for the rest of the night. No more eating, no more snacking. At night, I've been having either a cup of hot tea, or I've been having sparkling water with some apple cider vinegar in it, and I just sip on that and I'm good. So that's another video for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope if you make this soup that you love it like I do. I will see you really soon. God bless.